If you've followed me for very long, you know that our family really enjoys watching documentaries and shows. Part of our homeschool and just in general. Today I have 5 shows that I would recommend for you to watch this winter. We have watched all of these and my kids have all enjoyed them. If you are interested in more shows than just this though, I have a printable over on my blog of more than 50 winter themed shows spread out over Netflix, Amazon Prime, and PBS. So the link for the 5 that I'm going to recommend will be down below, and the link for the blog post that has all those additional ones are over there. They are linked. There's a printable that you can download with all the titles and links, and then you can also just link them. I've got them listed on in the blog post itself, so you can link from there. So let's get started. The first one I want to share is on Amazon Prime. The rest will be on Netflix. And it is an episode of the Scenic National Park series, which I've mentioned before, and it's specifically the one that's titled National Parks in Winter. They go into a few different national parks. Yosemite, Yellowstone, and I think Glacier or the Grand Canyon. I should have checked. Anyway, they talk about how the animals survive, what the weather's like there, what the park rangers are doing during the winter. They talk about what else you might see at the hotels, that sort of thing. It's a really nice episode. My kids have, not myself too, have really enjoyed the whole series. There's, I think, about a dozen episodes. Some of them are themed specifically to a park, Grand Canyon, Volcano National Park in Hawaii, that sort of thing, but then there are other ones that are more generally themed like this one. It's under an hour, so the length is good for kids, and the pace is really good, especially for a younger crowd. I didn't mention, if you don't know, for reference, my kids are ages 13, almost 10, and 8. Oh, no, 7 and a half. Oh, he just realized that he's actually 7 3/4. Important. So, for reference, that's how old my kids are. And we've watched all of these within the last year. Now, hopping over to Netflix Instant. First one I would recommend is Ghost of the Mountains. And this is a Disney Nature documentary about the snow leopards. If you have not watched any of the Disney Nature DVDs, they are so good. They are really well done. We've watched several of them. Crimson Wings, which is the flamingos, and there's a butterfly one. There's a gorilla one. No, chimpanzee. I think I mentioned that in another recommended shows video. Anyway, they're really good. This one specifically takes on the snow leopard. And, it's, basic animal documentary. It's good. It's aimed at kids, since it's a Disney Nature one. So, my kids all found it interesting. My daughter's, not much of an animal fan, but even she found it interesting. Next one is Frozen Planet. And this one is a BBC documentary narrated by the wonderful David Attenborough. I love his narrations. So this one is a 6-episode one. They're all under an hour. It is a slower pace because it's not one that's geared toward kids. There's an episode that is about the North Pole. Then there's the poles in each season. And then the last one is about why people even come to explore the poles. What brings people to want to do that. So they're very good. They are, like I said, they are a slower pace. They're much more of a BBC type of style. So if you have young kids, this is probably not going to be one that you want to do. If your kids are more of a middle, elementary and up, then I would recommend this one. Next one is called Spies in the Middle. This is a 3-episode show featuring emperor penguins, which of course I love penguins. I mean, who doesn't love watching penguins? There's just something about them that are hilarious. Again, this one is probably a little better for more of a middle elementary and up. The first episode shows the emperor penguins going to their breeding grounds. Then they have an episode on the births of the baby penguin chicks, and then one is them growing up. Just, it's good. It's been very informative. There's 3 episodes of it, and they're under an hour each, so it's a lot of good information. Well done. It's just a fun show. I love penguins. They make me laugh. And the last one I have to recommend is called Chasing Ice, and it follows a photographer who, over a span of several years, goes out to photograph glaciers and their change and the melting of them, and it shows kind of how he does it and shows some of the changes that he is photographing. So again, that one's kind of a slower speed, so if you have young elementary kids, I probably would not recommend this unless they're watching it along with older kids. There are 5 shows that I think would be a great choice for your family to watch this winter as you're cuddled up on the couch hibernating from the cold weather. If you have a favorite show that I didn't recommend, leave me a comment below. I'd love to know whether it's winter themed or not. Always looking for new ideas for us. Again, the links for these episodes will be below, and if you are interested in the longer one to fill your afternoons from now until spring arrives, the link is over on my blog post, which is down below. Thanks for watching.